the only place for large-scale competitive battlefield. Competitive esports. Done right. Brought to you by...
Take a look at that.
Alright guys, here we are at Passchendaele. As you can see, a very murky environment. You're stuck between a rock and a hard place. The map being surrounded by gas to the north and fire to the south. Not a very pleasant environment to have to fight in. I think one of the things that comes across in this environment is, you know, it's hard for us to fathom with a 21st century frame of mind that, you know, with the type of battles that go on nowadays, you know, maybe somewhere like Syria could be compared, but you know, where these battles are fought for not just days on end or months on end, but years and years on end. And Passchendaele was one of those places where it was, you know, continuously fought over. It was an incredibly artilleried and you know, destroyed environment that these guys were operating in. And the horrible thing is that, you know, about these environments, it wouldn't have necessarily just been the concoction of gas and mud and debris. There would have also been, you know, various body limbs and various parts of decay. And you know, when you apply that to a 4-year continuous fight over one sort of square mile of ground, you know, then that's just you know, that you think of the sort of awful conditions these guys would have been fighting in. And again, just to bring it back to Battlefield 1, I think the developers, you know, not that you can really ever capture what that would be like, but you know, I think you can definitely give an artistic impression, and this being the electronic artistic impression, EA Arts, you know, it is exceptional and definitely one I really appreciate. Guys, we are 1 minute out here from the LRP versus ENJOI Gaming. Bear with me, I need to get things set up, so I'm going to do that. And of course, guys, if you're joining us for the first time, don't forget to head over to our website at hardcoreleague.co. Get yourself signed up today. We are looking for both individuals and members of communities who would be willing to sign up. And it looks like we're away here, ladies and gentlemen. ENJOI straight over the line there and wasting very little time. I'm just going to hold to the overview for the time being because I want to see how these two communities approach it. Right now I'm not seeing a lot of movement here on the German side. LRP definitely holding back there, which is going to possibly be an issue for them. On the other hand, we have ENJOI silent moving in on Delta straight away with a squad bomb coming in. He's got Raptor, he's got Rasta, and those guys are already solidifying their forward positions before they're solidifying Bravo, which is definitely a very aggressive tactic there. Definitely has caught LRP unawares. And I'm just going to land here with Rage here for a moment, because I do believe Rage has quite a large contact coming in. He's only backed up by Jackson, and it looks like Rasta is also supporting them. Whether they're going to be able to pin them down in the open, that is yet to be seen. I think that's going to be very hard. They've been very ambitious going forward and moving into Delta straight away. It's definitely served them up until now, but whether they'll be able to capture and really solidify those positions that they've got right now is exceptionally hard to say. We're getting some biddies dropped by Foggy for Rasta. Rasta just going down to Spartan H2O there, and it looks like with that kill they're managing to solidify their position on Delta. Boyer has now moved up in the tank to provide armoured support. He's going to be able to provide quite effective armoured support there, but I don't think he's realised quite how dire the situation is on Delta. He seems to be concentrating, and now I realise why. It looks like we've got an rut in an armour piece representing LRP. I'm not too sure whether he's got any gunners there, but he's definitely putting some light AP rounds in. Boyer responding in kind, but Boyer also has a gunner on his right side. These guys are reducing each other with broadsides at the moment, and it looks like LRP armour has decided to move back into protection. Looks like Boyer's possibly going to have to consider a similar approach as he's now struggling. The infantry, however, are taking a real battering from ENJOI at the moment here on Delta, and this could be the issue. Although they've managed an initial good attack out of the home objective, they've gone straight onto Delta. They've lost the initiative, and they've already the LRP are catching up with them. Bearing in mind that LRP were extremely late out of the spawn, and this might attribute as to why why ENJOI were able to take a Delta and Charlie with very little resistance. So I'm just going to cover the guys now moving in between Charlie and Alpha. It looks like LRP are pushing it hard, but they are meeting quite a lot of resistance here as we see the guys moving in. Let's see if we can get a good capture here of the ENJOI chaps moving up, definitely wasting those chaps as they find them. And it looks like that attack has come to pretty much nothing. ENJOI now are able to fall back onto Charlie, where a number of the LRP members have been able to get behind, unbeknownst to myself, and actually capture Charlie. They are now struggling. Lax Daddy and Dragon Fusion, two of the remaining LRP. They're desperately dependent on people to spawn in. That is a high volume, high concentration at Charlie and ENJOI players, possibly at the detriment of the rest of the map. Looking at it, in fact, that is ENJOI's current only stronghold. ENJOI are now on the back foot with the Germans. LRP taking the stride ahead in terms of points. Looks like a 20-point divide at least. And let's have a look how things look from that top-down perspective. LRP have now managed to push to Alpha and Bravo, and right now we've got no movement whatsoever on Alpha and Bravo. The fight really over the next few minutes is going to be at Charlie, with ENJOI's attempt to push out of that objective and solidify the various areas in the immediate vicinity. Looking at it though, they are struggling. I'm seeing a lot of blue deaths on the map here. I'm seeing very little a fight right now from ENJOI. Let's just take a look at Boyer. Boyer has managed to stay firm throughout. He's been on fire for a long time. He was down to 50%. He's now down to a 3% health. He's really struggling. It could be an evac situation for him, but if they lose their armor, this is definitely a very dire situation. Boyer going for the evac. He's going to try and get out of it. Unfortunately going down. Fatal effects. Managing to take him out there with very little resistance from the rest of the ENJOI guys. Oh dear me. Here is a development indeed. It looks like LRP have been able to take ENJOI's tank from them. This is indeed going to make it very hard for ENJOI to come back, especially if LRP are sensible about how they utilize this tank. But that, ladies and gentlemen, just goes to show how important it is that a driver goes down with his tank. Okay, so let's check out Rage right now and the boys over at Bravo, who are now taking with very little resistance their home objectives. Just covering Maniac for a minute, and he's making use of the Hell Regal. Looks like the standard edition. Currently covering Bravo out towards the north side. Very little resistance. Possibly a move out to Delta Knight might be prudent, and it looks like contacts are now starting to come in. These guys are getting into it, and it looks like his buddies were managed to take him out. I hear a ring of a sniper there, and it looks like Maniac went down to Spartan H2O, who I'm not too sure how that happened. The kill feed went too quickly for me there, but let's just cover LRP for a minute here. I'm with Abandoned Brooks, and he's putting a lot of fire down range towards the north direction, the incoming direction. Obviously the British going down there to ENJOI Infinite, and definitely a solid kill from him. So just looking quickly at the top-down perspective, and a long-range recon patrol putting a friggin' good fight into it at the moment. But Alpha looks to be going in favour of ENJOI. Chomp, the lone survivor by the looks of it. Oh, no, my apologies. He is backed up by Infinite. Now Rasta getting picked up there. But Urologist, yeah, no, I read that first time right. Urologist putting a lot of fire in there with his med kit. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's making use of the Fedorov there. Does look like the Fedorov. Obviously, very effective for him. So, guys, it's been quite an interesting round so far. We've seen a very aggressive initial start by the team at ENJOI, managing almost a 4-cap, only for them to overextend and have LRP come up on their flank, hammer out from their side without them even realising. And before they knew what was going on, LRP had their back flags completely locked down. Since then, ENJOI have been completely on the back foot, which is quite surprising. ENJOI are a veteran team, they should know better. I think they did definitely overstep their mark by being so aggressive in the first minute of the round. Had they perhaps stuck to a free flag, or even, you know, yeah, definitely a free flag approach over a 4-flag approach, they might not be struggling for the points now. And as you can see, guys, we are playing a 500 ticket game here, guys, so not much opportunity for the various teams to come back on the mistakes. Just covering Void right now. Void hammering down hard with his weapon there, but unfortunately going down to Fatal Effects. I'm definitely seeing Fatal Effects get a number of kills here throughout the game. Again, I'm just going to come in, see if I can pick Fatal Effects up there for a second, but I think I just went down to Lebanon, if I'm not mistaken. Covering Levy here for a minute. Levy just going down to Bishop, and I seem to be a bit of a curse on these guys at the moment, so I'm just going to cover Rage, and I'm going to cover Medieval. Both these guys moving across quite precarious ground at the moment, but definitely it's sensible not to highlight yourself currently now like Rasta's doing. Guys, always try and stick to the cover, always try and avoid the sort of the areas where you're going to be lit up, especially if it's going to be against a nice green sort of green screen behind you where, you know, people are going to be able to see you. Rasta moving up, missed the kill there. He managed to put one of the players down, and it looks like these guys are now moving up firm on Delta, but they're meeting heavy resistance. Fatal Effects now moving up in the armor piece again, guys. LRP have stolen ENJOI's armor piece, so they currently hold all the armor, and all the armor is currently at Delta. These guys obviously deciding that the way to best defend ENJOI's tank, stop it from dying, and obviously respawning with ENJOI, is to for these guys to stay together and fight in a vanguard supported by quite a large number of infantry. That's worked out quite well for them so far at Delta. Let's just have a look at that scoreboard, see how people are performing. We've got Fatal Effects going 11-0 at the moment, TPAV 16, 15-2, Nurat going 7-0, so some incredible kill-death ratios there from LRP. And ENJOI Infinite going 17-7, Canet going 12-5, Clad Volcano 12-7. So on the ENJOI side, these guys are struggling slightly more with the kill-death ratios. We've definitely got some hard-pressed players out there. Let's see if we can catch up with a few of them. Alrighty, and I've just landed on Fatal Effects here as he hammers into Bravo on the attack in the armor piece. Let's see what he's making use of. Looks like he's got the option to drop supplies, he's got the increased armor at the top. Looks like Fatal Effects is making use of the squad support variant of the land tank, and obviously that gives him the HMG. Oh, is it HMG? It's HMG with explosive rounds at the front. Very effective against infantry. Very effective in this scenario. And guys, I'd just like to take a minute to talk to you about Alpha here. Alpha being a very unique flag. It's not only a very well defended position for two reasons. It's also very well situated on the map if you can get on the 6 o'clock. Alpha is a raised up position, it's elevated, it gives exceptionally good views towards Charlie and Delta, almost increasing its real estate price there. And just to have a quick mention about the game here, we've got Urologist hunting down Tyranny, but the two managed to trade there. Unfortunately, no one walked away from that. And but Alpha is still dropping in favour of ENJOI. The second reason Alpha is so effective as a flag to defend is because it's you know, it's a church. You've got fantastic position, you've got cover, you know, you position yourself well, you've got an amazing angle of fire, you know, and it gives you an extreme advantage. One thing you do have to be aware of is the right hand flank, where you are more exposed. So guys, let's just take a look at that top down perspective and see who's going down. It does look like that's a solid win though for LRP. Congratulations to the Recon Patrol guys, their debut match, and they've managed a win there. That's 277 tickets to 500, 277 to 500, 277 to 500. Oh guys, that was an excellent performance by both teams, it has to be said. ENJOI very aggressive at the start there, definitely led to their downfall though. LRP took a long time to get out of the spawn, so let's just take a minute here and see how the guys actually got on. We've got Maniac going 3-9, Norat 10-0. ENJOI Void 8-9, Hamo Sandwich 14-5. Void 8-9. My apologies. You know, so we've got some incredibly varying kill death ratios across the board there. Let's see if we got Raptor who was getting involved there. Again guys, it doesn't really matter how many deaths you got, it's all about getting stuck into the fight. You know, as long as you're getting stuck in, that's the thing. A key thing is having medics, very important. Looking on the right hand side again though guys, those kill death ratios are remarkably higher, and ENJOI definitely need to perhaps reevaluate, rethink things, reassess things when they go into the next round. But definitely such an exceptional performance by both teams so far. And of course guys, we're going to see a change change of side here, if I'm not mistaken, with ENJOI on the right and LRP on the left. So we'll just change those up briefly. Guys, if you like what you're watching, what you're listening to, don't forget to hit that follow button, don't forget to hit that share button. Let your BFFs know that we are here, we are live, we're coming at you with exclusive Battlefield 1 competitive esport content. Can you feel the love? I can. Right, so if I'm not mistaken, I think the scoreboard is okay in terms of how it's looking. Hopefully it is. Hopefully everything's right. Let me know if it's not, guys, in the chat.
Competitive esports done right. Brought to you by
Take a look at that teamwork. That is what it is all about here at the Hardcore League.
They don't even see him, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Holy smokes. Can he do it?
And that right there is how you dogfight, ladies and gentlemen. What a play. Tonight's matchup, girls versus boys, right here at the Hardcore League. Sponsored by Gamers Community.
Hardcore League, the only place for large-scale competitive battlefield. Competitive esports done right. Brought to you by
Take a look at that teamwork. That is what it is all about here at the Hardcore League.
They don't even see him, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Holy smokes. Can he do it?
And that right there is how you dogfight, ladies and gentlemen. What a play. Tonight's matchup, girls versus boys, right here at the Hardcore League, sponsored by Gamers Community.
Hardcore League, the only place for large-scale
Alright guys, and we're back here at the Hardcore League for another round. My apologies, I've heard that my mic was a little bit low there guys, so I have turned the game volume down just a little bit there. And we are away, ladies and gentlemen. ENJOI are on the German side, this time hitting Echo and Delta straight away out with those recon units, those horses. And it looks like these guys are going to be making a direct move for each other. Let's see what happens here. We've got two squads potentially going to squad bomb on top of each other. LRP are headed straight for Delta with a very strong ENJOI presence. It's going to be hard for LRP to take, but these guys are straight into the contacts. It does look like first blood well and truly goes to LRP as they move into Delta. Considering that they were a reduced presence, they are now bulking up after taking Bravo. And ENJOI are definitely again on the back foot straight away, but it does look like Charlie is now going in the favour of ENJOI. ENJOI managing to take the win over there, but I'm going to stick with Delta for the time being because things are definitely kicking off between the two communities. Fiend is about to get a kill here on Buzzkill. If he just holds his position, he is open to a flank here though by this reinforcement wave by ENJOI. That's a lot of ENJOI troops moving in as a line. Excellent formation demonstrated by them. Backed up by Alert in the tank. Looks like they've swapped it up. Alert's going to go in the tank this time, leaving Boya on foot, I would imagine. It does look like ENJOI are coming up against a large infantry presence there, which could definitely be a struggle for them. Oh yeah, no, just 1 minute. I just need to put the team labels back on. My apologies. 1 minute. There we go, and that should be correct. They are correct, even better. So guys, you can also see last round, so what what LRRP need to win by. They need 277 tickets to take the win this round for this map. And looks like, let's just take a look at the top-down perspective right now because things are getting a little bit spread out, a little bit confusing. Let's see who's got what. Right now, LRP are holding with Alpha, Bravo and Delta to ENJOI's Charlie and Echo. Definitely ENJOI are on the back foot in a sticky situation. LRP are just fighting an extremely aggressive game. They weren't slow out of the spawn this time, and that really showed with their initial free flag cap. So guys, if you like what you're watching, what you're listening to, then thanks for joining us here at the Hardcore League. Things have been pretty crazy this weekend. We've had quite a lot of matches on. Deadeye hosted a match earlier, another PS4 event, which I was really glad to see that the PS4 side is picking up. Definitely something we want to increase during the next Battlefield. Battlefield question mark as I'm referring it to. Or as I've heard, Battlefield Legends of Haram. Or Haram's Revenge. So right now I'm just covering Dragon Fusion as he moves into Charlie. Things seem to be pretty solid here, not much resistance right now. Let's take a look at the top down perspective, see where the flashpoints are, see where things are kicking off, because it looks like right now things are going off at Charlie with LRP on the back foot, really struggling down to their last member. Abandon Brooks going down, ENJOI Maniac moving up, ENJOI now functioning very much together in a bulk infantry movement there, And whether Bravo's going to be their next objective or whether they're going to go for Alpha. Alpha is definitely a harder objective to take. You can see it. The fact that you can see it from here on the map is scary. That means the enemy can see you. So you have to be careful when you're approaching Alpha. It is not an easy flag to capture. You have to definitely respect it. Unfortunately, you know, pretty much the only way to do it is a good old-fashioned trench attack. And a lot of people don't go for the trench attacks. You know, people prefer to go over ground, but you are just open to that LMG, that sniper fire, that mortar fire. Covering Maniac at the moment, he's going to be first boots on the ground here on Bravo. Well supported though by his squad mates, and the guys are moving in as a pretty solid form. Lax Daddy and LRP now moving in hot though, coming in on ENJOI's position. ENJOI, I haven't got much opportunity to shore up Bravo objective. LRP now flooding it, and it looks all but medieval. Have gone down. Sorry, Voight is still alive. Voight going down there. And yeah, it looks like a pretty clean retake there by LRP. LRP are definitely on fire this round. I'm not sure whether it's just that the map is tailored to their sort of style of gameplay, or just that they're an extremely experienced team, but they are, you know, playing an exceptionally hard game at the moment. And I definitely know ENJOI will appreciate the challenge, because at the end of the day, you know, as a veteran team, they can definitely struggle sometimes to find good challenge, and I know that they like a challenge when it comes along, and I look forward to seeing what ENJOI do to bring it back in later games. But right now, things are firmly under the grip of LRP. I'm just covering them now as they finish the last of the ENJOI troops at Echo, but it does look like there's another wave coming in, including a tank alert moving in now. Last round we saw LRP steal ENJOI's tank from them, quite to the embarrassment of Boyer, who abandoned the tank seconds earlier, and obviously a lesson to us all, ladies and gentlemen, on why it is so important that the captain goes down with his ship. Things have definitely changed in the favour now of ENJOI as they take repossession of Echo, leaving them with very little room for a retake there, but definitely an epic approach by both teams this round. Unfortunately, ENJOI's tactics just are not coming together here, as LRP put a pretty strict and aggressive approach on their gameplay. Now it's pretty much just about solidifying what positions they've got. If they wanted to, they could pull back and go to a free flag game, but whether that's something they want to do is yet to be seen. Just watching Medieval moving in at the moment, making use of that rather unusual pistol. Oh damn, I didn't quite get to see the name of it, which is quite frustrating. I can't quite remember the name of it, but it's the bolt action stripped down version of the Moss in the Gant. It's literally just the functional mechanisms required to deploy it as a pistol. The kick on that thing must have been incredible. Looks like Brooks putting a few shots down on the bypassing cavalry there, but other than that, not much going on in his immediate area. Things look to be pretty hot here at Delta at the moment as LRP retake the objective, leaving Echo in the hands of the ENJOI community. At the moment, ENJOI Canet is going to be making an attempt on Alpha here. Very brazen attempt, I have to say, especially considering he's on his own. He's not got any support at the moment. I think that's potentially why he's not gone directly into the objective. I did happen to notice that he does have a couple of contacts inbound on his position, that he's going to have to keep an eye on from Delta position. In fact, I think I hear the footsteps now. Yeah, we've got T just having a little spy through the window there. Neither players seen each other yet, and this is what I love about Battlefield is, you know, they can definitely get close to each other without realising the two are there, but it looks like, no, he hasn't realised that he's there. That is amazing. He's had the opportunity to listen to his footsteps, and he listened to his shot, but still didn't figure out his position. That's crazy. You know, again, it just goes to show the importance of having your sound turned up on this game. Sound is pretty much 50% of playing this game well, is listening to it, and you know, no one will sneak up to you if you're listening to this game. Looks like Silent now moving in. As a cavalry class, he's got, again, he's in a position to take the shot here, but T is he's learned his lesson. He's covering those corners. Unfortunately, just catching a squad bomb there. Oh, and Spartan H2O coming in and managing to get a kill. That was some intensity, guys. Please do clip that, because that was an incredible moment. And Raptor being the lone survivor, but talk about everybody dies. That was absolutely amazing to see, and it looks like ENJOI have been the victors of that specific contact, managing to solidify their position on Alpha with the use of med packs, and these guys have been able to revive each other. H2O straight back in for the revenge though, and managing to get a kill there, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Attempting the two-piece now on Silent, but definitely moving through that church like it is on fire, which it sort of actually is if you look at it in parts. And it looks like LRP have managed to recapture that Alpha objective, and that would be another win there for LRP. I did miss the 277 ticket mark there, guys. I do apologise, but that is a very solid win there for LRP. Congratulations to them. That is a first map going to LRP. I just need to make a note of the ticket so I don't forget. So yeah, oh, someone add it all together for me. Someone make a note of those and add it all together. This is what I struggle with. I'm terrible with maths. And tell me what I need to add up as the next, or do I just start off with 0 again? But no, absolutely fantastic gameplay from both teams. You know, again, we saw that very aggressive approach by ENJOI. Possibly an overreaching. Some might argue, other team leaders might look at that that strategy, that aggression, and they might sort of maybe not take the same approach. But you know, you cannot fault their tenacity, the way they came out of that spawn, the way they utilised those horses, the squad bombing tactics. It all works effectively. So here you go, guys. Again, we've got Narat 12-1, ENJOI Maniac 10-6, Hamo Sandwich 15-5, ENJOI Void 9-11. So again, some really good kill death ratios across the board there, guys. Not quite as crazy as what we were seeing last round there, but definitely some epic team kills. Just looking at Rasta there, 6-11, Rage 16-10. So those guys being some of the main members there. Rage as well, I believe, changing his name recently to include ENJOI. I noticed these guys, they definitely go hardcore, because of course a name change is often like a tattoo, I think, hence why I have the KLW in my name, because it's more of a permanent thing. You actually have to pay to get it changed. So you know, you got to hand it to their dedication to these ENJOI guys. And of course, guys, we are moving on to Fort Devout next. Lots of trauma, lots of carnage coming up ahead, I would imagine. Again, guys, this is going to be a 500 ticket round. So let's see what happens. Yeah, that's correct, Attila. 277 tickets in the first round. Oh, well, that was brilliant. Alright, guys, I'm just going to rest my voice for a minute here, and I'm going to get these clan tags sorted out. But you guys don't go anywhere. If you need to go anywhere, then you check us out at hardcoreleague.co. Sign yourself up today if you haven't already done so. If this is your first time visiting the channel, then welcome, first of all. But second of all, get your butt involved with what we've got to offer here. We have some exceptionally good, exceptionally well organised gameplay. Attila, you just let me know, buddy, if I'm good. Otherwise, I'll just reset them to 0, because technically this is a new round. But oh, actually no, it'll be 0. One. I think I figured this out now. No, I just need to swap over the team labels. You go there, and you go there.
Competitive Esports. Done right. Brought to you by
Take a look at that teamwork. That is what it is all about here at the Hardcore League.
They don't even see him, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Holy smokes. Can he do it?
And that right there is how you dogfight, ladies and gentlemen. What a play. Tonight's matchup, girls versus boys, right here at the Hardcore League, sponsored by Gamers Community.
Hardcore League, the only place for large-scale competitive battlefield. Competitive Esports. Done right. Brought to you by
Take a look at that teamwork. That is what it is all about here at the Hardcore League.
They don't even see him, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Holy smokes. Can he do it?
And that right there is how you dogfight, ladies and gentlemen. What a play. Tonight's matchup, girls versus boys, right here at the Hardcore League, sponsored by Gamers Community.
Hardcore League, the only place for large-scale competitive battlefield. Competitive.
We're off here again, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies, a little bit late there with the kicking off, but we are underway and both communities going there at it pretty hardcore with an initial cap there for the Germans, for the French team in the reds, and that will be LRP this round. First blood has been made again. It looks like a lot of red slaughter there on the blues. ENJOI really struggling. Just coming into a little bank of smoke there, but let's see how the LRP members move up against ENJOI. Looks like ENJOI coming up a pretty solid amount of members here. Very smoky and wet conditions today, unfortunately, so we're not going to get the clearest of streams in the third person until this rain clears up. One of the many fun elements of Battlefield 1, the dynamic weather system. LRP now moving up into Charlie objective. ENJOI Rage, one of the few. Oh, he's backed up by Silent just as he goes down there. Abandon Brooks moving in, managing to get the two-piece, shoring things up for Charlie objective, locking things down for LRP. Rasta moving up though. Let's check out Rasta making use of the Fedorov. Coming around that corner, getting the two-piece there, down to the pistol, getting taken out by Urologist. Very much almost getting the three-piece there, but not quite managing to land it. Exceptionally good skills there, exceptionally quick. Let's see how things are getting on here at the front line. Voigt currently in a smoke haze at the moment, putting shots down range, trying his best, going down there with Dill Will Kill. He's currently front and centre, having a bit of a crazy moment, going up in the air and back onto Bravo, managing to get the there's a grenade, and that, not too sure what's going on with him. He's having a bit of lag, I think, but ooh, 11 on Levy, getting taken out there. Oh dear, I'm just landing on everyone as they die. Let's just see how we look here. Let's just give me a moment. Let's find Fatal. Fatal had an exceptionally good first round. I believe he went 15-0, if I'm not mistaken. He probably was in a tank. He was in the tank in the second round of the first map, but again, exceptionally good kill-death ratio. So I'm interested to see what he's going to do. He's making use of the Hell Regal 1915 factory. Okay, yeah, I mean, we could all put on a Hell Regal 1915 factory. I think it's something we're going to see a lot of on this map. But, you know, to be honest, I think it's an overrated weapon. I don't use it myself personally. It's, you know, anyone can put rounds down range with a Hell Regal and kill 1,000 people. You can control day and night with that thing, you know. But realistically, I try and avoid it because I fear that it will dumb down my gameplay, and that for me is as simple as why I don't use the Hell Regal. But I can definitely appreciate why people use it on this map, given the circumstance. The large clip capacity and so forth is, you know, and the high fire rate, this high stability. I can definitely see why players use it. Alright, just covering Tigerling at the moment. He's on Charlie objective. No immediate ENJOI to see in... oh, there we go. Rasta moving in there. Realising he's coming up against a number of them. Backed up by Silent. Silent also going down. But managing to get a number of the LRP before getting taken out there. Medics are on point with LRP, it has to be said. These guys definitely have a strong respect for the medical requirement on these close quarters maps. Again, guys, this is a 20 versus 20 hardcore match. If you aren't aware, then check out these two teams. I do believe they're both on Twitter. I haven't got any Twitter information, unfortunately, for LRP to share with you, but I do have the information for ENJOI, and I will share that later, guys, because I know ENJOI are recruiting at the moment, as I would imagine LRP are. I'm not too sure of the various recruitment criteria, but let's get back to the action here, guys, because I know I'm talking too much about random stuff. Alright, back onto Marcelo at the moment. He's got himself locked down at the moment, making use of a carbine on his own. No, he's got backup now, and clearing out. Lovely little hip kill there from the hip. Fantastic performance, and that was definitely on point before going down. Well, let's see if we can land on someone who doesn't die. Alright, Prophet Taco covering Prophet at the moment. He's making use of the Farquhar Hill Storm. Not one I've got at the moment myself, hoping to make use of it at some stage when I unlock it. Putting a lot of shots down range, managing to get what looks like a pretty good back rage on multiple teams. I think he managed to get a free piece and a revive before getting flanked by Rasta. Rasta coming out of that door like a lunatic, pre-firing and managing to cook the everyone downrange in turn. So let's just see how things are going on towards Bravo direction. Just covering Jolly Bunny for a moment as he goes down to ENJOI Buzzkill. Moving back onto Fatal Effects, he's making use of the Hell Regal again. Let's just take a look at those kill death ratios again. Abandon Brooks 11-0. ENJOI Alert 13-2. So top kill death ratios at the moment pretty similar, not too much difference, but you know, I'm sure we'll see them expand as the round develops. And let's just have a look there, take a minute, look who's got the majority of objectives, and with Alpha Bravo and Echo currently being held by LRP, Charlie also going in their favour, Delta as well. Again, I think this round possibly is almost definitely going to go in favour of LRP. It's only a 500 ticket round, guys. There's very little opportunity for ENJOI to come back if they get to this stage, which they're at now. They've got the flag dominance. It's going to be hard for them to come back on. But Fatal Effects going down there to a team kill. Out of all things, he dies from a teammate. That is quite ironic. Just covering Jackson here. FXS Jackson, if I'm not mistaken, being one of the newer members to ENJOI. I might be mistaken there, but welcome if that's the case. Guys, having a rather hard time with it at the moment, but managing to just about keep the hold on Charlie objective. Rasta leading his squad. Silent Rage, Jackson and Raptor pretty well there, keeping it solid down. But the action seems to have moved on from Charlie objective, with only Marcelo really acting as an anchor just outside the objective. He is backed up by Spartan. Spartan now the lone remaining anchor on Charlie. Let's have a look at where things are about to kick off, because these guys are about to run into a line of about 10 LRP. That's going to be an issue for them. They're going to have to pull back. They're going to have to reinforce. It looks like the majority of Jackson's squad is down. Right now, what I need to be seeing from Jackson is for him to hold back, and unfortunately, he didn't make use of his life. I definitely appreciate, why I want to get some shots down range, but when you're that low on squad mates, you need to anchor. And it looks like Prophet Taco putting some live shots down range at the moment at the enemy, not managing to get too many hits there before getting taken out by Chomp, just coming in on his 6 o'clock there. LRP are currently holding tight right now. Looks like they've got very little resistance. What little resistance they do have is getting blown up by dynamite, but they are running in hard right now. We're just covering this corner. Looks like ENJOI are going to come in pretty hard as well. It could be quite a firefight that we see develop here. Oh, so close with that limpet. Sorry, with that C4 explosives there. Fortunately, didn't manage to get the dynamite off. Seeing ENJOI consolidate on their position now, they're managing to move out, get all corners covered. LRP are going to struggle to retake this position. That was quite a number of LRP that we saw head to that position. I have the sneaky suspicion that they flanked to Delta to head off the attack that ENJOI have been conducting there, but things look to be pretty locked down at the moment. Things definitely are going in favour of LRPs. We haven't quite got a 100 points divide yet, but generally what I say is once a team gets to 100 ticket deficit on a 500 ticket round, it is pretty much game over for them. I can count on one hand how many teams I've seen come back in 3-4 years of competitive gaming. So it's definitely looking to be in the favour of LRP at the moment, guys. Don't enter bets just yet though, guys, because I have seen teams come back from worse situations. ENJOI, all they need to do is you know, really consolidate and decide which free flags they want to attack and stick to those free flags. They just need a flag majority, and that's the best option without splitting down their forces too much. Although I do appreciate ENJOI have, you know, they're on the ground. I am just the eye in the sky, just rendering my sort of point of view as the narrative goes. Prophet Taco putting a few AT rounds in there, some heavy metal put down range. Obviously definitely keen to clear those corridors before his squad mates move out, and about to see a pretty large contact here between Bravo and Echo. Let's see if we can land on a player. Fatal effects, just almost going down now. One of his teammates looking to take the kill for him though, or rather the death. And he's backed up by TPAV, and the two of them are clearing out these corridors pretty effectively. We've seen some pretty high kill-death ratios from Flex so far, but he just got taken out by Trey Mills. What an excellent little bayonet charge, and that definitely landed him in trouble, locking down the corner there for ENJOI. By the looks of things, what an excellent performance, and it looks like LRP are locking Alpha down with very little resistance from ENJOI right now. ENJOI are coming back in, Rasta on the point, getting the smoke up, good idea, good deception, moving in, making use of the cover. Ooh, down by his health there, needs to keep an eye on that. Oh, managing to get a kill with his Hell Regal there though, and now he's actually on the back stomp as well. So if he consolidates his position, unfortunately going down to Prophet Taco there. So we're on to Raptor. Raptor making use of the Automatico, an absolutely crazy weapon. It's like having a minigun attached to you, just without the capacity. Just covering Spartan, who is now moving into Alpha objective to recapture it, just after we've seen ENJOI, led by Rasta, try and capture it themselves. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like things have gone to plan. Now looks like we've got a large element of LRP moving parallel with those sneaky guys over at ENJOI, without either side realizing, and it looks like those guys are going to pass like two ships in the night, moving on for each other's back objectives. And right now, not too much action, but we're about to see a contact. Looks like a lot of red on the map there again, versus blue. ENJOI really are struggling by the looks of it up against LRP, but I know they endeavour, you know, to you know, take on communities that challenge them, and they will definitely appreciate the challenge that LRP are providing. We definitely need to get LRP up against a couple of our other communities as well, a couple of our other premier communities, to see how they get on, see whether this was a fluke or whether LRP genuinely have what it takes to become one of our elite teams. And of course, if they do that, guys, then they get the chance to put their money where their mouth is and go for the cash prize. Congratulations there to another win by LRP. It seems to be the theme this evening. These guys are definitely coming at ENJOI hard. ENJOI are on the back foot, but ENJOI putting up a good game. Not a massive points divide there between the two communities. But right now, ENJOI definitely need to step up their game. They need to think of a different approach. Not too sure what that different approach should be, but you know, right now though, ENJOI Rage going 22-14, FXS Jackson 7-11, Dill will kill 5-10, Teleport Oh my dear, I'll try that again. Teleport Tyranny, 12-9. ENJOI Rasta, team leader, coming in at 19-14. Maniac, 8-10. And over on the French team, the LRPs, we have H2O Spartan, 11-8. Seahawks, 12. NLM, 15-8. Fiend XK, 21-5. Giggly's is back, 11-7, and Boondock Saints 3-6. So some pretty varied kill death ratios coming across the board there, guys. Bear with us for round 2, which will be kicking off in approximately 4 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes time, guys. Also, guys, if you get it out there, there's a little bit of a social media hit for you. There's all the various channels. All our streams are uploaded to YouTube, guys. Do make a point of heading over, checking us out, hit us up with a follow. We really appreciate anyone gives us a share.
Competitive esports done right. Brought to you by
Take a look at that teamwork. That is what it is all about here at the Hardcore League.
They don't even see him, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Holy smokes. Can he do it?
And that right there is how you dogfight, ladies and gentlemen. What a play. Tonight's matchup, girls versus boys, right here at the Hardcore League, sponsored by Gamers Community.
Hardcore League, the only place for large-scale competitive battlefield. Competitive esports done right. Brought to you by
Take a look at that teamwork. That is what it is all about here at the Hardcore League.
They don't even see him, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Holy smokes. Can he do it?
And that right there is how you dogfight, ladies and gentlemen. What a play. Tonight's matchup, girls versus boys, right here at the Hardcore League, sponsored by Gamers Community.
Hardcore League, the only place for large-scale competitive battlefield. Competitive esports done right.
And we are off, ladies and gentlemen. Again, both teams straight over the line. A very aggressive approach. You don't want to see any lagging, especially on this map. It's easy for the teams to get across the map. It's not a very large map. And it is quite easy to, if you know the routes, how to get across it quite quickly. We're seeing a little bit of a contact develop on Charlie, but the main contact looks to be at Bravo. We've seen both teams head to the same objective, which is going to be really interesting. Right now we're seeing a lot of blood and guts flying in both directions, seeing both a lot of red and blue coming up, and there it is, guys. Unfortunately didn't quite manage to capture it, but that looks like one heck of a slaughter, with LRP managing to walk away holding Bravo objective, and it looks like ENJOI Infinite is moving up in the rear to support, going down there unfortunately. Tyranny moving up again, going down, so these guys really are going to be struggling here, I think, from the outset. But I'm going to just land on Rage here for a minute. Rage coming in hard, getting taken out by Tigerling almost straight away, though, unfortunately. Let's just cover BC Lax Daddy here for a moment, making use of the new unlock, the MG14 Parabellum. It puts a lot of rounds down range. Very effective LMG. Is it an LMG or is it technically an HMG? But I would imagine it's one of the early variants of the MG42, which of course would become infamous during the 1940s. And it looks like LRP are locking things down here on Charlie objective. Not much resistance there. The fight has now shifted. Let's cover Saints here for a minute. He's just anchoring here just outside of Echo. He's got contacts, he's putting shots down range. That's a shot and a kill. Unfortunately Infinite managing to get a kill for him there, and it looks like LRP have lost their anchor there on Echo objective. Guys, if there's anyone you want to see in specific, then please do feel free to drop us some bitties here. Also, guys, don't forget to hit that follow button. We are hoping to tip 5,000 followers this evening. That would be absolutely fantastic. So, guys, if you've got any friends out there that you think might be interested in the competitive scene, then don't forget to mention them to us. Oh, and it looks like Jackson just getting the kill there on Dragon Fusion just before he's able to tip around the corner. I was expecting some great things from Dragon Fusion, but he got killed just as he went over the parapet, unfortunately for him.
We have lost objective Charlie.
Excuse me, guys, just had to do a bit of coughing there. Like a Deadeye, I am a little bit unwell myself. Bit of a chesty cough at the moment. Okay, and it looks like these guys are changing their objectives up now, changing their tactics, and are going to be putting the emphasis back onto Charlie objective. Set aside that things are locked down here at Delta, which might be a mistake given that they have a large ENJOI infantry presence moving in. That could definitely be problematic for them. Just covering Chomp here, who's currently on the knife's edge of the Vanguard, moving up, and looks like he was able to get that grenade out just in time there, getting the kill, and looks like a trade between the two communities there. Now we're seeing a lot of LRP land on Bravo flag in defense of it. ENJOI as well coming in high numbers, putting a lot of shots through that door. Good angle. Good job that they managed to get that close, showing good use of the map's abilities there, and unfortunately lost his buddy, and doesn't look like he's going to be able to revive him either. He's going to lock the door. He's decided he's definitely going to lock the door. He's unlocked it again. Not too sure whether he's decided whether he wants to be in or out. He's decided that he wants to be out, and he's going for that objective hit. Looks like LRP now moving in strength. We do have Voight moving in at the head of a Vanguard, representing the ENJOI community, moving in hard, but currently on his own. Oh, my apologies, actually, it's not necessarily he's moving on his own. I was looking at his map there. Alright, let's see how the various guys get on here, because things are about to kick off. MG Fire getting put down by Lax Daddy BC again there, and things just seem to be going from bad to worse for ENJOI at the moment, as they take LRP take a tickets lead with 204 tickets to ENJOI's 106, and that is an incredible lead so early on. And I think with the amount of flags captured right now by LRP, we are going to see a solid win from them. You know, they have come in here and they have absolutely blown us away. ENJOI are doing their absolute best at the moment, but they, you know, I'm sure they'd be the first to admit it, they are struggling at the moment, and ENJOI are a very good team. They are a veteran team. I've watched them win matches, tournaments, you know, variety of things many times over many years, and this is, you know, a demonstration that LRP are, you know, they are exceptionally effective. Just covering Abandon Brooks there just as he goes down. Back to the action though, guys, and things are hotting up between the two communities. Just covering ENJOI at the moment on the absolute pinnacle here. Let's go into a little bit of third person because I seem to be capturing people dying quite a lot, unfortunately, and that's not giving us much narrative to the actual action going on between the two communities. Things are definitely pretty intense here, right here in this corridor, with the two communities going head to head. Absolutely exceptional to see. We've got Jackson there in the background, just holding out on his own. He's up against Fatal FX, Taco, and Giggle is back, all moving in now. Very little resistance in that immediate area of the map, and it looks like ENJOI are now pretty much capped into their base, and that's an all cap from LRP. ENJOI are now down to very few options, and with the 328 tickets mark coming up, they are. I think that's going to be another win for LRP. So congratulations to them. ENJOI definitely have tried their best, but that would be a win to LRP. So congratulations to them. But you know, brilliant action so far between the two communities. Wow, what an amazing show. Marcelo at the moment defending Delta valiantly, managing to get a shot down. He is well backed up at the moment by his buddies at the far end here towards Echo. They as well are fighting a fight on 3 separate flanks there, with ENJOI having a small pocket of infantry just bugging Delta enough just that LRP can't quite send all their players into one specific area. It's an interesting tactic used by ENJOI. I do think they are attempting to flank now at this stage, and possibly even to consolidate themselves either on Delta or possibly Charlie. But right now the path to Charlie looks extremely blocked, whereas Delta looks like it could potentially be open. So that's brilliant, absolutely fantastic game by both communities. Well done, absolutely blown away by Recon Patrol there. Really good to see such fantastic gameplay in the Battlefield esports community. Guys, if you've liked what you've been watching, what you've been listening to, then do hit us up with a follow, do hit us up with a share. I'm KLW Hitman Pike. It's been my privilege to shoutcast to you this evening. I've really enjoyed it. These two communities have provided us with an exceptionally good match. The gameplay has been outstanding. As I say, we had that exceptionally aggressive approach by ENJOI in the first round, leading to a sort of an overreaching effect, allowed the recon patrols to come up on their flank, hit them in their soft spot, and come at them from behind, and they never really recovered from that. But again, look at those kill-death ratios. We've got Dill Will Kill going 11-8, ENJOI Rage 7-9, FXS Jackson 5-10. These have all been members that we've seen a lot of throughout the match, and as you can see, all those members have been playing hard. Looking at the German side, the LRPs, that is NORAD 8-3, Seahawks 14-2. That's quite a good kill death ratio there. Fiend not getting quite so involved in the action there, But we're seeing BC Laxdally going 30-2 there, some exceptional kill death ratio there, guys. Guys, once again, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've been listening to, then I'm KLW Hitman Pike. Please hit me up with a follow. Again, I'm on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, you name them. I'm across the board. All you have to do is type in Hitman Pike and you'll find me. But guys, it's been a really fantastic match. Well done to both the teams. Congratulations to LRP. Really glad to see these fantastic communities coming into the Hardcore League, providing the Battlefield community, the wider Battlefield community, with this exceptionally fun, intense, real esports gameplay. Guys, thank you, and I hope you all have a fantastic night. I will see you in cyberspace soon.